wasn't even aware of that. Were you aware of that, sir?
I am aware, my lord.
Yeah, but you never thought to verbalize it like I did.
Maybe I must go to where the court wants me to go before I can come to
No,
request
no,
to
you
this
will, not,
question.
you will never go where I want to go because I've got a very broad mind.
Mine is still fresh.
Yeah, maybe it could be fresh. I don't know what is it fresh with.
Him. He was at the peak of his career. Who did not like that?
Is this just...
I'll say it was a hit.
Where is the mastermind?
Thank you, Bragadia.
Nazo. Nazo. Honestly, this exchange has become one of the most talked about moments on this phase of the trial because for a few seconds the court stopped being about the witness. It became about the control, who controls the pace, who controls the narrative, who decides when relevance has been reached, and whether an advocate is truly being allowed to fully unfold his cross-examination before the court steps in. That is the real debate tonight. Let's break this because it's not about Advocate Nxumalo shading the judge or the judge shading Advocate Nxumalo, but there is a full meaning legally there is a full meaning behind this, and let's break it down for the court of public opinion, because as I always say, I am not the lawyer, but I try to understand the meaning behind the shade and the sarcasm. Let's get to it. And watch the video till the end, because I'm going to touch on the smirk that you saw on Judge Rata's face. That smirk defeated Advocate Nxumalo. And I'm going to tell you how.
An opinion or speculations?
Okay.
Thank you, my lord. It is not an opinion or a speculation. I'm inviting a witness if he has a comment. Because if he has a comment, to comment on the evidence that is before court. I'm inviting the witness to do that.
I decided to do
There's
this video. I hope you support me. Please like the video, share it, and comment. Let's engage on the comment section. Let me know what you think about it, because this moment was so subtle. It was so layered that many people have missed what really happening beneath the waves. Because this was no longer just about cross-examination. If you noticed, it became psychological courtroom warfare, and the exchange between the judge and Advocate Nxumalo may have revealed far more than either intended. So we are going to unpack this carefully, so okay. When the judge says, "My mind is broad," and Advocate Nxumalo responds, "Mine is still fresh." Now on the surface we may think, oh, that was just a sarcasm, a little courtroom shade, a clever comeback. No, legally and strategically, that exchange carried much deeper meaning, because in cross-examination, flow matters, okay? Structure matters, sequence matters, and a seasoned advocate does not randomly jump from point A to point Z. I think so far we now understand that we now see that, okay, that a seasoned advocate does not randomly jump from point A to point Z, especially Advocate Nxumalo. Advocate Nxumalo would build slowly. Advocate Nxumalo will trap contradiction slowly, will expose contradiction slowly. He established foundation before he can detonate the main point. And today, Advocate Nxumalo repeatedly told the court, "I am still going there. I am still going there." That sentence is critical. It's very critical. It means my question has not yet reached its destination. But before he could complete the route, interruption and interruption, interruption after interruption after interruption came. And the judge says, no, we cannot go there because my mind is broad. Now let's decode that. Let's unpack what Judge appeared to be saying, according to my understanding, when I'm listening, the judge was telling Advocate Nxumalo that I've already understand where you are heading. You don't need to continue building the point. I can already see the bigger picture. Okay, that was what he was telling him. But what he forgets, what judge forget, is that cross-examination is not performed for the judge alone. It is for the records, it is for the witness, it is for the accused, the appellant court, and the integrity of the evidentiary chain. Meaning, even if the judge believes he has already understood or understand the point, the advocate may still need to establish it properly on the record. So that is why Advocate Nxumalo's response was so fascinating. I quote, "Mine is still fresh." So effectively, Advocate Nxumalo was saying, with due respect, my lord, I'm still actively constructing my argument, my thoughts, my thought process is still unfolding. You are interrupting before completion, And the judge gave that response. It might be fresh, I'm not sure. What is it fresh with? And according to me, I noticed that smirk in his face. I don't know if you did, but I noticed that. Now, this is where the interpretation becomes interesting, because courtroom communication is not only verbal. We all know tone matters, timing matters, facial expression matters, power dynamic matters. To us viewers, that smirk did not feel natural. It felt almost like I already disrupted you. I've already disrupted you. I've already disrupted your momentum. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I control this courtroom. Now, let's take a listen further, because this will show you how Advocate Nxumalo lays his foundation up until where he's going to invite the witness, to give his comment about the evidence that is already before court. And that was not speculation. That was not speculation, because why? That's why Advocate Sibanda jumped in, because the witness was going to expose the tower. He was going to expose the tower, Mposhongo, and judge didn't want the Mposhongo to be exposed, and he could see that Ulwana is very slow, so that's why he had to derail and take Advocate Nxumalo out of his way. So take a listen to the layout and the build-up of that cross-examination.
But let me, for convenience sake, my lord, let me go there, because so that I can revert to this question.
Sorry, just so that we all. Where is that phone?
Yeah, we were discussing it, my lord.
No. I just want to know. This witness must know where that phone is, so that he can comment.
Colonel, just to be short and
Yes.
sweet to the point. Do you know where is that phone?
I have no idea of any phone.
Where is it? Do you know? Where is it?
I have no idea where is it.
I thought I had evidence where that phone was. Is that correct, Mr. Baloyi?
That is correct, my lord. The phone was sent to Middleburg
That's
to
it.
Warrant Officer and Lobo for downloading.
And it was downloaded, blah,
It was
blah, blah.
downloaded, the evidence was presented
So
before
that
this
phone is living and kicking like me. Okay.
manje ufakazi yakho inkosi enkantolo ke ifuna ukwazi ukuthi manje ke leyo foni leyo khuluma ngayo le ikuphi na uthi ufakazi yena akanalo ulwazi ukuthi kuphi sake lapho ke bayodownloada khona.
My Lord, I don't know how to progress now because issues are being raised whilst I'm still questioning the witness.
No, fine. You heard. I want to be fair to this witness because he may be laboring under the impression that that phone is nowhere. Is that not the impression you had?
That's the.
That's it. But the point is, they say the phone is there, and it was downloaded at Middleburg by two experts, Ndlovu and some guy called Kumalo, whatever. So that is the evidence I know, I listened to.
Maybe I'll leave that issue for argument because
Yeah, fine.
I will not understand, my Lord, the relevancy of where the phone is in relation to the questions that I'm posing to this witness.
He knows you don't know the relevance of knowing where the phone is. No, wait. Don't you know the relevancy of where the phone is?
I've just heard it now, my lord.
Yeah, is it not relevant?
It's relevant, my lord.
Please, man. It's relevant. Yeah, okay, you can go on.
So when Advocate Nxumalo said, I will leave it for argument because I don't understand where the relevance is. At that moment, I was like, your Advocate Nxumalo is signaling in real time that the momentum of his cross-examination had been disrupted to a flat line before he can reach the destination. He was signaling that. And I remembered, if you watch the clip at the beginning, you'll see that smack when Judge said, your mind might be fresh, but I don't know what is it fresh with. And I was like, at that moment, I was like, the storm is coming. The storm is coming. He's going to prove a point. You know, that brief love, that expression, for me, I interpreted it as like, I have already neutralized his line of attack. And indeed, it was like that because honestly, perception matters. Whether it was truly the intention of the judge to do that, to paralyze Advocate Nxumalo or to neutralize his line of attack, only judge knows. But perception, I mean, here matters, especially in a trial with so many interruptions. Every tone, every smack, every objection is under microscope. That's what I look for. That's what I looked for. So yeah, members of the Court of Public Opinion, I am your host, Mrs. Independent, aka I am not a lawyer. As you know, I always said, and if you believe every interruption, every objection, and every courtroom exchange matters in understanding the bigger picture of Senzo Meyiwa trial, then make sure you subscribe, you like, and turn on notification. Because on this channel, we don't just do headlines. We unpack the strategy, we unpack psychology, the legal dynamics, and the moment. Those moments many people miss in real time. Drop your thoughts in the comment section and let me know what you think. Did the judge simply manage the courtroom, or did today's interruption derail Advocate Nxumalo's cross-examination flow before he could even land his point? This is Senzo Meyiwa trial analysis, and the truth is always hidden in the details. Until the next one.